much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the quiz show where obvious answers mean nothing and obscure answers mean everything. Let's meet today's players. And we start off by welcoming back Susie and Julie, who were on the show last time. Remember, everyone gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final. This is your second and final chance. Susie, remind us how you know each other.
We went to uni together, and we were in the same class.
And Julie, what happened last time?
It turns out that we know actors, but not where they were born.
It was tough, though.
It was pretty tough.
So anyway, what do you hope is going to come up today, Susie?
I like music, like festivals, you know, 80s, bit of 90s.
Julie, how about you?
Music as well, I think. That would definitely be our strong suit.
OK. This time, we've got to see a lot more of you. A lot more, please.
That's the plan.
Good plan. Susie and Julie, best of luck. Now, Krish and David, welcome to you. How do you two know each other, Krish?
We're actually, like, very close friends, so we met at...
You're like very close friends?
Yeah, you know, it's a bit, you know, iffy at the moment.
What do you do, Krish?
I'm a student, so I go to the University of Oxford and I'm studying law.
What do you want to do when you come out the other end?
I want to, like, sell my soul and become a commercial lawyer in the city.
Brilliant. Sell yourself.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, that's how to sell yourself to a crowd.
Yeah, yeah. David, what are you doing?
I've just finished my second year at Durham studying French and Latin. So...
French and Latin? You got a year out in ancient Rome. That's fun.
No, actually in Toulouse, but that should also be really nice.
That should be excellent.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, listen, warm welcome to the show, Krish and David. Great to have you here. And next, we welcome back Sarah and Mary, who were on the show last time, 2 nurses from Cornwall.
Yep.
Sarah, what happened last time?
I did very well. I got 200 points in the 2 rounds. We ended up on the second round.
That's right,
And
yeah.
I got a word ending in R-E-N-T that actually ended in L-E-N-T.
Yes.
It was Richard's fault.
No, it always is. It's always Richard's.
He didn't change our words. It was entirely Richard's fault.
I'm not disputing that, Matt.
I have to say, even though I'm being directly attacked, I still prefer you to commercial lawyers.
Thank you.
Not going to argue with a nurse. Now, Mary, what are you looking forward to coming up today?
Nothing, really. I'm about absolutely useless at everything.
Really?
Yeah.
But useless and pointless are very, very similar to each other.
I did get a right one in the first
Yeah, you
one.
did, you did.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
So
I think you're going to be great.
if you ask me the same question, I'll be better this time.
OK, you sing in a choir together?
We
you sing in
sing.
various choirs?
2 choirs, yeah, various seasons.
You've posed naked in a calendar?
We did.
discovered this last time.
Semi-naked. It wasn't distasteful.
OK, that I completely believe, yes. Well, listen, Sarah and Mary, it's lovely to have you back on the show. Very, very best of luck to you today. And finally, we welcome Ian and Louise. Ian, how do you 2 know each other?
Louise is my daughter.
What do you do, Louise?
I'm a conservation and design officer.
Excellent. And Ian, how about you?
I'm a retired teacher.
And what did you teach?
Geography.
Geography. Very... I mean, if you had to teach anything,
yeah,
I'd say, well, actually, no, geography, history and English, they're the 3 that vie. But geography comes up, is very, very easily applicable to Pointless.
Oh, I thought you meant if you were to be a teacher, that's what you would like to teach.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. I'd be rubbish.
Yeah, you'd be terrible. What would you teach if you were a teacher? Do you mean
I could
PE?
teach swimming. I just have a whistle. And say, oi, oi! Pretty much all the guys who taught me swimming did.
That's terrific.
Yeah, there we go. Now then, Ian, so what are you hoping is going to come up?
60s, 70s music, films, maybe. Anything from the 60s and 70s, my era.
OK. What, you just switched off after the 70s? What was it?
Just about, yeah.
You're a bit too busy teaching relief rainfall and equatorial...
Well, something like that, yeah.
Very good. Louise, what are you looking forward to coming?
I'd quite like films, anything from sort of the 30s and 40s, Hollywood, sort of golden era of Hollywood.
OK, I'm hoping somebody's going to take care of this, whatever happened after 1979 in your partnership.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's great to have you on the show, Ian and Louise. Very, very best of luck to you. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show as it goes along. There's only one person left for me to introduce. His knowledge is like an illness, and there's no cure for obscure. It's my pointless friend. It's Richard. It sounds good, that.
Oh, yeah. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Excellent. Now, we've got 2 returning pairs today, haven't we? But we didn't see much of either of those pairs last time. Susie and Julie, we lost almost in a heartbeat, didn't we? And Sarah and Mary stayed around for a bit longer, but didn't go brilliantly for them in round 2. So it could be quite an open field today, I think. And rounds 1 and 2 are both fiction of very, very different types. If you can get through both of those rounds, you've done very well. They're going to test very different ends of the fiction curve?
Thanks very much. Now, all our questions on Pointless have been put to 100 people before the show. In order to get to the final round and be in with a chance of winning our jackpot, our contestants need to find the obscure answers those 100 people didn't get. So the fewer of our 100 people who knew the answer, the fewer points you will score. Now, what everyone's trying to do, of course, is to find a pointless answer. This is an answer that none of our 100 people gave. And each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Ben and Rob didn't win the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. There we are. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. OK, in this first round, each of you must give me one answer and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever pair has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated, so try and make sure that's not you. OK, our first category today is TV. It's TV. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns fictional spouses. Fictional spouses, Richard.
Yes, in a moment, Xander's going to show you a list of 6 famous TV characters, all of whom got married more than once. We need you to tell us the first name of anyone any of these 6 people got married to, please. So any of the spouses of the 6 people you're about to see. Very, very best of luck.
OK, now then, Susie and Julie all drew lots before the show, and today you are going to go first. OK, so the 6 TV characters are Alexis Carrington, Dynasty, Frasier Crane, Cheers, Frasier, Ian Beale, EastEnders, Ken Barlow, Coronation Street, Paul Robinson, Neighbours, and Ross Geller, Friends. I'll read those all one last time. Alexis Carrington, Frasier Crane, Ian Beale, Ken Barlow, Paul Robinson, and Ross Geller. There we are, 6 names. You just have to name any person who's been married to one of those characters. Susie.
I know a few of them, I think. Deirdre.
Deirdre. Deirdre, says Susie. Deirdre, let's see if it's right. Let's see how many people said Deirdre. It's right. 65.
That's a big old score, isn't it, to start us off with? Yeah, Ken Barlow's 3rd wife, Deirdre.
David.
Yeah, I'm really not too sure about any of them, but I think I'm going to go for Ross Geller, and he married, I think this was the English woman, Emily.
Emily, says David. Emily. Let's see if Emily's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Emily. He's right. Very well done, David. 13. Good answer.
Yeah, it's a very good answer. Yeah, played by Helen Baxendale, Emily. It's Ross's 2nd wife. They had those episodes over in London, didn't they? The Duchess of York and Richard Branson, everyone turned up.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Thanks, Richard. Now then, Sarah. So we're looking for the first name of any character who's been married to one of these TV characters.
Laura. Ian Beale married Laura.
Laura, says Sarah. Let's see if Laura's right. Let's see how many people said it. 6. Very well done indeed, Sarah. Lowest score so far, 6 for Laura.
Well done, Sarah. Ian Beale's 3rd wife originally came into his household as a nanny.
Now then, Ian.
I think I can give 2 or 3 answers, but I'm going to try Blake Carrington from Dynasty.
Blake, says Ian. Blake. Let's see if Blake's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Blake. He's right. $19. 19 for Blake. Good score.
Well played, Ian. Alexis Carrington's first husband, played by John Forsyth. Only person to appear in every single episode of Dynasty.
Of which there were how many?
220.
Wow.
That's a lot. Well, we've done 400 of these, so...
Yeah, I know, but the storylines on these are pretty tame compared to that.
Do you think? You wait till round 2, mate.
OK.
Got something pretty special lined up.
Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Sarah, lovely low score there. Sarah and Mary looking very, very strong indeed on the back of that score of 6. Up to 13 where we find David and Krish, then up to 19 where we find Ian and Louise, then Susie and Julie. 65. Julie, you know what you have to do. Best of luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we are looking for TV characters who've been married to any of these characters. Louise, you're on 19. The high score is on 65 are Julie and Susie, so a score of 45 or less sees you through to the next round. What do you think?
Right. There's a few that I'm unsure of. There's one that I was really hoping nobody else would say, and that's Lilith from Frasier.
Lilith.
Married to Fraser, yeah.
Lilith, says Louise. Here is your red line. If you get below that, you will avoid becoming the new high scorers. How many people said Lilith? Is it right? You've done it. Very well done. And it continues to go down. 5. Best score so far, Louise. Takes your total up to 24. Very well done indeed.
That's a terrific answer, Louise. Well done. Yes, played his fellow psychiatrist.
Excellent. Now then, Mary. How well did Sarah do in that first part?
She did well, but I don't watch soaps.
They're not all soaps. Most of them are.
Well, I should think if Ian Beale's been married to loads, perhaps he married somebody called Janet. So I'll go with Janet.
Mary. Are you still a nurse?
No, we're only on occasions.
It's a worry, isn't it?
No, I think it'd be fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I still chase them round the bed.
Oh, I bet you do. Oh, I
Yeah.
bet you do. Now, there is your red line, Mary. If you get below that red line with Janet, somebody's smiling on you. Let's see if Janet's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Janet. It's right! Very well done. Through to the next round, Mary. And it scores 1. It takes your total up to 7. I love these boarded rounds, Richard.
Oh, very well played, Mary. Terrific. Just remind us again who Janet was married to.
God knows.
She's actually the second wife of Ken Barlow.
Oh, yeah.
There we are. Very well done, Mary. That's fantastic. Chris, you're on 13. The high scorers are still Julie and Susie on 65. If you can score 51 or less, through you go. How are you feeling about this board?
Well, I'm a massive fan of Friends, and my mind's gone completely blank over one of them, which I think would be quite a good answer. I'm going to have to go with a reasonably safe answer, and it's going to be Rachel, who married Ross in Las Vegas.
Rachel, says Chris. Rachel, there's your red line. If you get below that, you're in round 2. Rachel, is it right? How many people said it? Absolutely right. You've done it. 30. Well done, Chris. Takes your total up to 43.
Yeah, well played, Chris. Safe and sound. It's Ross's third wife, of course, and as you say, they married whilst drunk in Vegas.
Julie, I have bad news.
Yep.
You are the high scorers even before you've given your doubtless brilliant answer. But 65 was just too high.
Yep.
However, maybe you've got a pointless answer and you could leave a nice little legacy for those you leave behind.
Maybe. I've never seen Dynasty, not a clue. I remember Frasier getting married, but I was hoping no one said Lilith. I remember Ian married Cindy. On the basis that we're going out, following Mary, I might just give a random guess. So I am going to say Sarah.
Sarah, let's see if Sarah's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said Sarah. Bad luck. There we are. An incorrect answer scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 165. Richard.
Yeah, you see the difference there between a brilliant answer and a disappointing one, but well done for trying to get £250 on the jackpot. It's a very nice thing to do. There's 3 pointless answers here. It's only 3. Let's take a look at them. There's Nanette, who was Frasier's first wife, Sean, who was married to Alexis Carrington, and Terry, who was Paul Robinson from Neighbours' wife. Other low scorers, the lowest scorer for Ken Barlow was Janet, so it was a very, very good answer. The lowest answer for Ross Geller would have been Carol for 6 points, and the lowest answer for Ian Beale was Laura as well, so it's another very, very good answer.
Thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of our first round, the pair who'll be leaving us with their high score of 165 is Julie and Susie, one of our returning pairs. Again, first round, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. We're saying goodbye to you far, far too soon. But it's been great having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing. Julie and Susie, great contestants. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Well, at the end of this round, we will be saying goodbye to another couple. Whoever scores the most, you have to keep those scores low, like Sarah and Mary did that round. What about Janet?
I could say that I'm brilliant and knew it, but I'd be a liar. And I have a niece called Janet, so it seemed a good name to chuck in.
Good for her. Well, perhaps you should share the jackpot with her if you win it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I like her family, but I
think
don't
she's
like it that
taking
much.
care of money. I told you she was bossy, didn't I?
Okay.
She's keeping the trophy and I'll have the money. It'll be fine.
Well, she have both trophies.
Yeah, I'm not greedy. I don't mind.
You get 1 trophy each.
Well, I'll have a trophy and money as well then.
So you're not greedy, but you will have the trophy and the money as well. OK.
Well, very, very best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 is 19th century literature. There we are.
That's the other end of that curve.
Yeah. 19th century literature. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, the question concerns Dickens characters and their novels. Dickens characters and their novels. Richard.
Yes, on each pass, we're going to give you the names of 6 characters created by Charles Dickens. You just need to tell us which novel or novella they appeared in. Give us a nice obscure answer, you're going to score fewer points, but an incorrect answer will score you 100 points. It's going to be 12 in all to have a go at home. Very best of luck.
OK, so we are looking for the novels or novellas in which these Dickens characters appeared. And we have got Bill Sikes, Little Nell, The Ghost of Jacob Marley, Mr. Micawber, James Carker, and Miss Havisham. I'll read those all one last time. Bill Sikes, Little Nell, The Ghost of Jacob Marley, Mr. Micawber, James Carker, and Miss Havisham. There we are, 6 Dickens characters. We need to know the novel or novella they came from. Krish.
I've never read a single Dickens novel, unfortunately, and I don't really read for fun, so this doesn't really bode well for me at all. I'm gonna go for Miss Havisham, Bleak House.
Bleak House, says Krish for Miss Havisham. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Bleak House. Bad luck, Krish. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which scores you the maximum of 100 points. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Krish, but on the upside, if you don't read for fun, you're going to be a brilliant corporate lawyer. I'll give the correct answer at the end of the pass.
Mary.
Right, do I go safe or do I not? I'll go for Bill Sikes in Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist, says Mary for Bill Sikes. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said Oliver Twist. It's right. 40. For Oliver Twist.
Yeah, absolutely right, Bill Sikes. There's a horrible, villainous housebreaker, murderer, all sorts of terrible things.
Louise. So remember, we're looking for the novels or novellas these Dickens characters appeared in. You're the last person to have this board, Louise, so do feel free to talk us through it and fill in any blanks.
Right, well, the one that I'm really confident on is Miss Havisham, because I've just finished reading Great Expectations, but I think that might be quite high. The Ghost of Jacob Marley, I think, is A Christmas Carol. And then I've got an inkling that Mr. Micawber is David Copperfield. I know there's a film of David Copperfield and W.C. Fields is in it. I think he plays Mr. Micawber, so it's a bit of a guess. But I'll go for David Copperfield.
David Copperfield, you're saying for Mr. Micawber. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it, if it is. It's right. Very well done, Louise. 5. There's your reward. Brilliant score, Louise. Great answer. 5 for David Copperfield.
Yeah, well played, Louise. Terrific answer. And you're absolutely right, played by W.C. Fields in a film from the mid-30s. Let's go through the rest of the board. I bet you'll be good at this. Louise has already given us a couple of them, actually. Miss Havisham, absolutely right, was Great Expectations, and right again, that would have scored you more, would have scored you 35. And The Ghost of Jacob Marley is from A Christmas Carol, would have scored 38. Little Nell?
The old curiosity shop.
Yep, absolutely. I would have scored 9. And James Carker is the best answer on that board. In fact, James Carker is a pointless answer.
I don't know.
Well done to anyone at home who said Dombey and Son. Dombey and Son, pointless answer.
Thanks very much. We're halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. Louise, well done, you. 5. Cracking score there. Louise and Ian looking very strong at this stage. Up to 40, where we find Mary and Sarah, and then up to 100, where Krish and David are to be found. David, it's going to require a miracle, but it's also going to require a very low score from you in the next pass.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can dig us out this hole.
OK, well,
Krish lands in.
very best of luck with that, David. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more Dickens characters on the board, and here they are. We have got John Jarndyce, Ebenezer Scrooge, Sidney Carton, Thomas Gradgrind, Sarah Gamp, and Philip Pip Pirrip. I'll read those all one last time. John Jarndyce, Ebenezer Scrooge, Sidney Carton, Thomas Gradgrind, Sarah Gamp, and Philip Pip Pirrip. Now, remember, we are looking for the Dickens novels or novellas in which these characters appeared. And obviously, Ian, you're going to try and find the one you think the fewest of our 100 people knew.
There's only 2 that I'm pretty sure of. I'm going to go for Sidney Carton, who I think was the hero of A Tale of Two Cities.
Sidney Carton, Tale of Two Cities, says Ian. Here's your red line. If you can get below that, you're in the head-to-head. Tale of Two Cities, is that right? And if it is, how many people said it? Absolutely right, and you're through. Eight. A great score, Ian, and a fabulous total of 13. Very, very well done.
Yeah, very well played, Ian. They're pretty good on that last podium, aren't they? Yeah. Very good scoring. Yeah, he's the drunkard. He redeems himself at the end of the novel by taking someone else's place at the guillotine. He's the man who says...
Far, far better.
It is a far, far better thing I do than I've ever done.
Indeed. Sarah.
Yeah,
You're on 40, high scorers, David and Krish on 100. If you can score 59, you're through.
there's one that I know for definite and one that I think I know. With my track record, I should go for the definite. But I'm going to go for the bottom one, Pip, and I think he's Great Expectations as well.
Let's see. Is that right? Great Expectations? How many people said it? Absolutely right. Through you go. Very well done. 33. 73. Our 2 nurses go through to the head-to-head.
Yes, of course, the novel's narrator and hero, Pip Pirrip. Very good answer.
Now then, David, I have grave news.
Yeah.
We shall be saying goodbye to you at the end of this round, even before you've given your answer. Can you talk us through the board?
Well, the only one I know for definite that's left is Ebenezer Scrooge and A Christmas Carol. Apart from that, I really have no idea. It's going to annoy my dad because he's read loads of Dickens, so... yeah, and actually, funny enough, one of the characters he always goes on about is this lawyer who's really, really horrible. So I'm going to guess Thomas Gradgrind, Bleak House.
Thomas Gradgrind, Bleak House, says David, taking a bit of a punt. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Bleak House. Bad luck. Bad luck, David. An incorrect answer, as it turns out. Scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 200. Richard?
Yeah, I think the name of the lawyer you're thinking of in Bleak House is Tulkinghorn. Maybe who your dad is talking about. And Thomas Gradgrind is a northern industrialist in hard times. Thinks children should only be taught facts. 3 points that would have scored you. John Jarndyce is from Bleak House.
Bleak House.
Absolutely right. Would have scored 4 points. Ebenezer Scrooge, absolutely right, was A Christmas Carol, but would have been a big scorer. So there's no point going for it, 63 points. And Sarah Gamp is a pointless answer. Very well done. If you said name of Dickens' book.
Little Dorrit.
Martin Chuzzlewit. Martin Chuzzlewit, pointless answer. Very well done if you got that.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So at the end of our second round, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm afraid it's David and Krish, our newest members of the 200 Club. That wasn't a great round for you, was it, that one?
No.
No, not really at all.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we will look forward to seeing you again next time, David and Krish. Meantime, thank you very much for playing great contestants. David and Krish. But for the remaining two pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. Congratulations, Ian and Louise, Sarah and Mary. You are now only one round away from the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,000. You're now going to go head-to-head, and the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, but the big difference is you are now allowed to confer. So, Sarah and Mary, it was round 2 last time. Here you are, into virgin territory. Oh, the head-to-head. And Ian and Louise, you've just played fantastically. Very strong, solid play, lovely low scoring all the way through. How are you feeling?
We had some good topics
Well,
early on.
gracious of you to say that. Very, very best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. OK, here comes your first question, and it concerns country outlines. Country outlines. Richard?
Yeah, we're about to show you 5 pictures of outlines of countries, along with... I just realised Ian's a geography teacher.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
We're about to show you the outlines of 5 countries with some of their major islands as well. Can you identify the most obscure of these 5, please?
OK, thanks, Richard. Let's reveal our 5 countries, and here they come. We've got A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 countries. Now, Ian and Louise, you've played best throughout the show so far, so you go first.
We think D is the Republic of South Africa.
You think D is the Republic of South Africa? Sarah and Mary. Talk us through the board.
Mary thinks A is Japan. I thought B was Germany, but no, it could be France. C is definitely Italy. And E, I haven't got a clue.
I thought that was Brazil, actually.
But we're going to go for C, because we know it's right. That's
You're
Italy.
going to say C, Italy. So, we have D, South Africa, and C, Italy. Ian and Louise said D was South Africa. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said it. It's right. Very well done indeed. 7. Very good indeed, Ian. Sarah and Mary have said C, Italy. C, Italy. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said Italy for C. Absolutely right. 84. You were right. But Ian and Louise were righter. Ian and Louise, after one question, you're up 1-0. Very well done, Richard.
Yeah, and a proper geography teacher's answer, the Republic of South Africa there as well. Well played, you two. Any ideas on A, Ian and Louise?
Chile, fair year.
It is Chile, yeah, absolutely right. It's got a 5,000-kilometre border with Argentina. 23 points that would have scored you. Now, B, it is France. Ladies, you're right. But that would have scored 43, surprisingly low. And E, it's not Brazil, it's India. India, and that would have scored you 38 points. And the big gap in the middle of South Africa, that's the Kingdom of Lesotho, which is entirely surrounded.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Let's find out what the second question concerns. Here it comes. Filmed versions of Stephen King works. Filmed versions of Stephen King works. Richard?
Yeah, you're about to see the names of 5 actors who've appeared in at least one Stephen King adaptation, and we'll put a year next to their name as well. Can you tell us the Stephen King adaptation that actor starred in that year, please? Very best of luck.
OK, let's reveal our 5 actors in Stephen King adaptations, and here they are. We have got Jack Nicholson, 1980, John Travolta, 1976, River Phoenix, 1986, Kathy Bates, 1995, and Tim Robbins, 1994. I'll read those one last time. Jack Nicholson, 1980, John Travolta, 1976, River Phoenix, 1986, Kathy Bates, 1995, and Tim Robbins, 1994. There we are. Now then, Sarah and Mary, you go first this time.
I think Tim Robbins is The Shawshank Redemption.
Tim Robbins, The Shawshank Redemption, say Sarah and Mary. Ian and Louise, the board's yours.
I think Louise knows the most.
No, I don't know the John Travolta one, though I might kick myself when I hear it. I think Jack Nicholson's The Shining. River Phoenix, I think, is Stand By Me. And Kathy Bates is Misery. Should we go for Misery? Because I'm not 100% on...
Yeah.
We'll go for Misery, the Kathy Bates.
You're going to say Kathy Bates, Misery. So we have The Shawshank Redemption playing Misery. Sarah and Mary, you said The Shawshank Redemption. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 said it. It's right. 19. 19. Good answer. Ian and Louise have said Kathy Bates' Misery. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said that. Oh, I wasn't expecting that at all. That sideswiped me. Sarah and Mary, very, very well done to you. You've won the point. This is exactly what you needed to do. You're back in the game. It's 1-1 after 2 questions.
Yes, that's a sneaky one. She was in Misery, of course, won an Oscar for it, but it was in 1990. And the film she was in 1995 was A Pointless Answer. And it was Dolores Claiborne, absolutely right. Plays the title role there. Pointless Answer. That's tough luck. It's especially tough because you were right about River Phoenix. It was in Stand By Me, and would have seen you through to the jackpot round, would have scored 10 points. Jack Nicholson up the top is the biggest scorer. That's The Shining, of course. That would have scored 43 points. And John Travolta, a young John Travolta, was in Carrie. Would have scored 7 points. Some good films there.
Very good. Thanks, Richard. So it comes down to a third question, a decider. Whoever wins this question goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question concerns Abba singles. Abba singles. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you the names of 5 Abba singles now, but they're all in anagram form. Can you unscramble them and pick the most obscure? Whoever gets this point is into the jackpot round, so very, very best of luck, both teams.
OK, thanks very much. Let's reveal our 5 Abba singles in anagram form, and here they come. We have got Where Loot, an end for Loyally Revalue Moon, Link, a Stealthier Newt, and Truer Purpose. I'll read those all one last time. Where Loot, an end for Loyally Revalue Moon, Link, a Stealthier Newt, and Truer Purpose. Ian and Louise, you get to go first again this time.
I think we'll go for Winner Takes It All, Link, a Stealthier Newt.
Link, a Stealthier Newt. Winner takes it all. Say Ian and Louise. Sarah and Mary.
We were going to take that one.
It's over to you. Well, the board's yours. Talk us through the rest of the board. Have you worked them all out?
First one is Waterloo. I haven't got a clue about the third or the fourth, but the second one's Fernando.
You're going to say Fernando. So Winner Takes It All plays Fernando. In the order they were given, Ian and Louise said the winner takes it all. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many of our 100 people said the winner takes it all. It's right. It's very right. There we are, 10. Brilliant. 10 for the winner takes it all. Now then, Sarah and Mary, you have gone for Fernando. 10 is what you have to beat. Let's see how many people said Fernando. Is it right? Absolutely right. 41. 41, which means, Ian and Louise, after 3 questions, you are through to the final 2-1. Very well done indeed, Richard.
Yeah, the winner takes it all indeed. There's actually only one answer that would have beaten that on the board, so well played, Louise. Let's take a look through all of them. Where Loot, that's Waterloo, would have scored you 79 points. Truer Purpose, have you got that?
No.
You'll kick yourself.
Super Trooper.
Super Trooper.
No, of course.
Absolutely right. It's annoying when they come up, isn't it? 16 points. Now, Loyally Revalue Moon is a pointless answer. It's a pointless answer, an Abba hit. Any ideas, anyone? Any ideas in the audience? Lay all your love on me. Absolutely right.
Good indeed. Look at that. Brilliant. Very well done. So, our losing pair at the end of the head-to-head. I'm afraid it's the end of the line for Sarah and Mary, but it's been wonderful having you on the show. Huge entertainment value. And you've done so well right through to the head-to-head this round. Thanks so much for playing. It's been lovely having you on the show. Sarah and Mary. But for Ian and Louise, it's now time for our pointless final. Congratulations, Ian and Louise. You've seen off all the competition and you've won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win our pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £2,000. You've done so well. Your first appearance on Pointless, and you've just come sailing through to the final, and real team effort there as well.
We're a good team.
Very good team. Now, the rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer. We haven't had any pointless answers on the show today. You only have to find one now, and you will leave with that money. First, though, you have to choose a category, and you have a choice of 5 options. They are Irish playwrights, space, tennis stars, countries and capitals, and Spanish pop.
There's only one I feel comfortable with, and that's countries and capital. Maybe tennis stars, but certainly
Irish
not.
playwrights, I could maybe name 2 or 3, but I would be struggling after that.
Won't be good with space.
Space, no. Tennis stars, we could have a guess, but countries and capitals.
Countries and capitals it is. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries which have capitals that start with the same letter as they could. Richard.
Yeah, it's one to think about. We're looking for the name of any country whose usual English name starts with the same letter as the name of its capital. Please, and we're taking the short form name, so we'll leave out the word "the" that appears in the name of some countries. So any country that begins with the same letter as its capital, please. As always, by a country, we mean a sovereign state, which is a member of the UN in its own right. Very, very best of luck.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. You now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £2,000 is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yeah.
OK, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
3 really obvious ones. Mexico, Luxembourg, Brazil.
Taipei, Taiwan.
Oh, that's a good one.
Where else is there?
Italy. I'll try and do South America. Argentina,
okay.
Buenos Aires.
Lima, no.
Chile,
Bogota,
no.
Asuncion, no. Mexico, oh, you said Mexico City. Asia, Japan, obviously not, no. Indonesia, Jakarta, no.
Pakistan, Islamabad, Bangladesh, Dakar.
Singapore, is that a country? Singapore City, is that Singapore City?
That's Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds left.
China, no. Moscow, Soviet Union, Angola, South Africa.
OK, your time is up. We were looking for countries whose capital cities begin with the same letter, and I now need 3 answers from you.
Taiwan.
Taiwan?
I would go Luxembourg.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
then Mexico. Oh, what's the other one?
Oh, Brazil. I don't know.
Oh, Brazil, that's
I
better.
don't
Brazil,
know.
yeah.
So Taiwan, Luxembourg, and Brazil. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
It's got to be Taiwan.
Yeah.
Taiwan. We'll put that last. And your least likely? Brazil, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
OK, let's put those up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have got Brazil, Luxembourg, Taiwan. OK, we were looking for countries whose capital cities begin with the same letter as the country. Brazil, you thought was probably your least likely to be pointless. You only have to find one pointless answer, remember, to win that jackpot of £2,000. So let's see. Brazil. How many of our 100 people said that? It's right. It's right now. Let's see how far down the column this is going to take you. If Brazil takes you down to 0, you can leave here immediately with £2,000 in your back pocket. 14. Brazil. Ian, what would you do with £2,000?
Buy a very posh atlas, I think.
Louise?
A nice holiday.
Very good. It's a good place to go. Luxembourg especially good. OK, let's hope nobody said your next answer. Luxembourg has to be right, has to be pointless for you to win that jackpot of £2,000. Let's see how many people said Luxembourg. It's right. Now, Brazil took us down to 14. Luxembourg is taking us down through the 30s, into the 20s, into the teens. If this goes all the way down to 0, you leave here. Oh. You've halved the score. We're down to 7. You only have one more chance to win today's jackpot. Everything is now riding on Taiwan. We are looking for countries whose capital begin with the same letter. Your third and final answer, the one you thought was your best shot at a pointless answer, was Taiwan. To win the jackpot of £2,000, this has to be pointless, so let's find out. Taiwan, is it pointless? Good luck. Unfortunately, you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, but you do still get to take home a pointless trophy, so very, very well done for that.
Yeah, sorry about Singapore, which you mentioned earlier, would have been a good answer. Would have scored you 3 points, though. Now, Luxembourg, there's another couple of very small European countries you could have gone for that would have been pointless. If you'd gone for Andorra, which is Andorra la Vella, or San Marino, the capital. Both of those are pointless. Let's take a look at some more pointless answers, though. The first one up is Andorra. There you go. Barbados, Bridgetown, the capital there. Bujumbura is the capital of Burundi. Djibouti, the capital is just called Djibouti. Georgetown, Guyana. Male in the Maldives. Mozambique, the capital Maputo. Niger, the capital Niamey, there's San Marino. Another couple you could have had Brunei, you could have had the Marshall Islands, Papua New Guinea, which is Port Moresby, Sao Tome and Principe, and Vanuatu. Some people say Villa is the capital, Porto Villa or Villa. All of those pointless answers, very well done. If you said any of those at home, very impressive.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to you, Ian and Louise, but it's been brilliant having you on the show. Thank you both so much for playing. Brilliant. Well, Ian and Louise didn't win our jackpot today, which means it rolls over onto the next show when we will be playing for £3,000. Join us next time to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.